How's everybody doing today? Awesome. All right, so in today's video, I'm going to give you the most traptastic exercises that you're probably not doing. All right, so the traps are the muscle that go from the top of the neck down to the shoulder, wrap around the back, in between the shoulder blades, hold the shoulders in place. All right, traps are a sign of power. If somebody has big, huge, mountainous fucking traps, chances are they're strong as fuck. All right, so I'm going to show you some exercises here. The first one I'm not going to actually show you, okay, is the farmer's carry, the farmer's walk, farmer's hold. You can take dumbbells. I use my trap bar and walk down my driveway, load that shit up. You can either hold it for time or you can walk it as far as possible, okay? There's a reason that people who push around wheelbarrows all day have giant fucking traps and big ass forearms, meaty paws, okay? Next one's the deadlift, okay? It's a pretty basic exercise, picking stuff up off the floor. Again, it's that stretch. Not so much the concentric motion, but the eccentric of holding that in place, preventing your arms from getting tore off your body. That really builds up the trap muscles, all right? The first exercise that I am gonna show you is called a rack pull, okay? This is basically just the top portion of a deadlift. This can be done in 3 different areas of below the knee, at the knee, and above the knee, okay? There really is no carryover between this and your deadlift except for the lockout itself. I don't have an issue with lockout. My issue is always budging the weight off the floor. If I can budge the weight off the floor, I can lock it out no problem, okay? That is leg drive, mainly from off the floor, as opposed to the hip hinge at the top, all right? I do not recommend doing these until you can at least hit a 405 conventional deadlift and probably at least a 425, 450 trap bar deadlift. Build up that basic strength of full range of motion first before going into the partial, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate for you. As you can see, I am wearing some straps because as of today, doing the exercise, I don't give a shit about the grip strength right now, okay? I can hit the grip afterward. This is about just overloading the traps. I only have 315 on this bar. Now keep in mind, doing this exercise above the knee like I'm gonna show you, you should be able to probably lift about 100, maybe even 200 pounds more than what your max deadlift is. I mean, you can put a lot of stress on them trap muscles, all right? But be warned, there is a warning here. Your traps are gonna be sore for fucking days. I mean sore. You're probably gonna have a hard time turning your neck, all right? But this is how you get the traps to grow. You gotta shock them motherfuckers. All right. So I'm gonna get behind here so you guys have a pretty good view of what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna wrap the straps, okay? Make sure that your hands are in a pronated position, not supinated. If your hands are supinated, that puts a lot of stress on the biceps tendon, and you can tear your biceps. It'll roll up into your shoulder. It'd be a bad fucking day, a bad month, probably a bad year. You don't wanna do that. So palms down always, okay? Whenever somebody tears a bicep doing a deadlift, it's always the supinated hand that gets that tricep or that bicep tear. Okay? So I'm gonna put the straps on here, okay? I'm gonna slight bend in the knee and I'm gonna push my ass back, okay? Ass goes back like this. Keep that spine straight, retract the shoulders. I'm starting from this position right here. Basically what they call an RDL, a Romanian deadlift. You know why they call it the Romanian deadlift? Because Romanians used to do it before they went into battle. I'm just kidding, I just made that up. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We come here, arms are tight, coming up, okay? Hold at the top for a second, really forcing down on them traps. Here, back up, down, back up, down. Push them hips forward, squeeze the ass cheeks at the top. Lock that shit out and hold it. All right? Excellent. That is the rack pull above the knee. It's the same thing if you do it at the knee, below the knee. All right? Below the knee, it's going to need more leg drive though. Okay? Top portion of a deadlift is all it is. This next one Similar, but it's a power shrug, okay? Again, it is the stretch from the power shrug. Not so much the concentric, but the eccentric load. Now, when I do power shrugs, I'm gonna come down, drive up with my legs. Force that up, and then bam, it's gonna come down, and when it comes down, it's really gonna pull on my traps. And this one here, this one's gonna hurt even more than a rack pull above the knee. Power shrugs, one of my favorite trap building exercises there is. So same thing, we're gonna start off with a rack pull. Coming up here, bend down at the knee, power shrug. Like that. And that will really make the trap sore. Be careful while doing this, stay rigid in the back, because if you don't stay good and tight in your core, you gotta have a strong core to do this, you're really gonna hurt that low back. We don't wanna do that. We're here to build the muscle, not destroy it, okay? There's a missing component to trap building that nobody talks about. I don't think I've ever seen anybody talk about this besides myself. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen it. The traps are not just on top, even the upper traps, okay? It is the top muscle of the back. So someone who's really huge, professional bodybuilders, guys like that, we're gonna turn around, you can see the traps. You can see them 3D from the back, all right? So I'm gonna give you a couple exercises which will add to that 3D from the back at the top. Okay, I just gotta turn my camera here. All right, I'm no professional cameraman. I kind of suck at this shit, but it's the content that's important. All right, hopefully you guys can see me good here. I don't have much weight on here. What we're gonna do here, it's gonna be like an upright row face pull. I'm gonna start at the bottom, I'm gonna pull it up and squeeze the traps together. Because here, I don't know if you can see it working on me or not, but it really forces the traps from the back. On this angle, you're gonna add that 3D thickness to your traps from the back. Start here, put one foot down here, coming up here, pull it up. Just like this. Trust me, you can't use a whole lot of weight on this exercise, but it is killer, all right? Really squeeze at the top. Okay, the traps are a back muscle. Not only that, but that will help open you up, posture correction, building this overall strength in the upper back, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is a shrug from that same angle. I'm not gonna add weight to this or whatever, as long as you guys get the idea of what I'm trying to show you, okay? But you can use a decent amount of weight on this one as well. Again, working that same area of the back. Only thing is, we're shrugging up right here. This angle right here is going to build that 3D effect where your traps do not disappear from behind. These last two exercises definitely add to your arsenal. It'll add that 3D dimensional steroid effect to your building. Probably like no other exercise, okay? But these are my top 4 favorite trap building exercises to do. If you have any questions or any other exercise, body part that you have that doesn't seem to be keeping up, problem areas that you want to work on, shoot me a message, comment on this below. I'll be sure to do a video for you. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And until next time, guys, have an awesome day.